Here's to the dreamers, the seekers, the wise. Crystal lavender will reach in the skies. Through tarot and starlight we'll always roam. In the heart of the universe we found our home. Comes where the mystics play. We speak the language of the Milky Way. A touch of Venus, a kiss from the moon, guiding lost hearts with a sweet, gentle tune.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome here, welcome back. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you're on, whatever time you are watching this video. This episode of As the Tarot Turns is brought to you on purpose with purpose, and I am your host, Crystal Lavender. Some people know me as Criddle, like Riddle with a C. Other people know me as Nacho Mama. That was my old YouTube handle, but I'm going to go with my God-given name, which is Crystal Lavender. So today we are doing the reading for the Taurus Collective, my beautiful Tauruses, for the week of March 17th through the 24th. All right, we're going to see what is going on, like what you need to watch out for, what your superpower is, how your finances, and then your love portion. All right, thank you for so much for being a part of the sanctuary. Like, I absolutely love and appreciate every single one of you guys that show up and show me love and show support and all of that wonderful, wonderful, wonderfulness. So thank you so much. So let's get this party started. We're going to get right into it. What does Taurus need to watch out for the week of the 17th through the 24th? Taking on more than you could chew. So juggling multiple responsibilities, having too much on your plate, maybe double booking yourself. This is absolutely a card of you see how she's juggling those pentacles there, so that could be taking on too much work or taking on too much responsibility at work. But it's like one little thing is going to tip the balance of those scales there. All right. So be careful of taking on more than you can chew or just saying yes to say yes. If you actually can't do something, make sure that you are evaluating what it is that you can and cannot do, because that is absolutely a card of taking on too much or juggling too many responsibilities at once. You could be pulled in too many different directions. It may feel impossible to get everything done, so just try to prioritize, okay? And don't be reckless about stuff, because you throw one thing out of balance, and the whole thing could go clunk. So be careful of saying yes when you really mean no, and don't double book yourself with appointments or with other priorities, okay? Because there might be somebody that's counting on you to do something, and then you had double booked yourself and you're like, wait a second, I didn't know that that was on that day. So maybe some of you need to write stuff down, put it in your calendar. Make sure that you are aware what your schedule looks like, so you don't accidentally double book yourself. Okay. So what do we have for your superpower? Ooh, the intuition card, the High Priestess. Your superpower is the High Priestess for this week. For the week of March 10th through the 24th, the High Priestess is your strong power. That is your strong suit. The High Priestess is all about the intuition, about you don't know how you know what you know, you just know that you know it. You know what I mean? You're like, I don't know how I know this, but I just know. So your superpower is that knowing, that inner knowing, that inner voice, that understanding. Like, you're like, no, I see it before it happens. You don't know how you see it before it happens, but you absolutely do see it before it happens, or you see an opportunity before it absolutely presents itself. That's wisdom. Like, that's all about using your wisdom and your knowledge and your intuition to make things happen, to set things right, to move things forward. You have a very, very strong mind, very powerful, powerful ability to either perceive the future, or you might have really strong prophetic dreams, but your intuition is on point. You're absolutely linked to the subconscious, and you're bringing the subconscious to the conscious. So your superpower is your intuition, is your knowing, is your ability to read a situation, to read a room, to know things before they happen. That is absolutely going to be your superpower for the week of March 17th through the 24th. What do we have for your finances? So your obstacle is avoiding mishaps by double booking yourself or taking on more than you can chew or juggling multiple different priorities. You know, you have people pulling you in multiple different directions. So make sure you prioritize which ones that are the most important, whether that be your finances or, you know, your friendships or your family or your responsibilities, however that resonates to you. You're definitely being pulled in multiple different directions. Your superpower is absolutely being in touch with your inner self, with your inner standing, not your understanding, but your inner standing. Now let's find out what your finances are going to look like. Ooh, the Seven of Pentacles. That is reaping the rewards. That is absolutely, like, you see how she's picking them grapes right there, and grapes is a sign of luxury and power. Like back in the day in like the 1800s, like only the super rich people got to have grapes, you know. So this is you picking your grapes and being able to eat them too. It's like having your cake. Who the hell has a cake if they don't want to eat it? You know what I mean? That's never made any sense to me. It's never going to make any sense. I mean, I understand it, but I don't understand it. It's a weird little saying, but this is absolutely reaping the rewards of your work, of your labor. You know that all your hard work is finally paying off. You're finally starting to see some sort of profit or some sort of advancement in what it is that you've been working for, what it is that you've been struggling to achieve. Just take a look at everything that you've accomplished, okay? Because sometimes things happen in small steps, and just like growth of a child, like when a child's growing, you don't realize how big they get until one day you wake up and they're just freaking, they're huge, you know, and you're like, how did you get so big so fast? And that is the same thing with our growth, whether spiritually or financially. Like, make sure you take a moment to take a look back to see how far you've actually come, and don't compare yourself to other people. You're not in competition with anybody else, you're in competition with yourself. And you are absolutely in the realm of the finances, in the realm of your dreams and aspirations. You are absolutely going to start seeing the fruits of your labor coming to fruition. These are your rewards for your efforts. So for the week of March 17th to the 24th, you will absolutely be reaping some rewards. And that's a great card to come out in your finance section. All right. So let's see what we can get for your romance. What do we got for Taurus and romance for the week of March 17th to the 24th? Romance, Taurus and romance. What do we got? What do we got for Taurus and romance? Ooh, judgment in reverse. So there might be somebody coming back for a reach around. I mean, Mercury is going into retrograde, so that is absolutely a time where people from the past come back. This may indicate a little bit of unfinished business or tying up loose ends. All right. Now, don't tie up loose ends with a bunch of hateful words. You know, do the very best that you can to tie the loose ends up as respectfully as you can. All right, because you don't want to create more hostile karmic energy. Because when we have beef with somebody, then that means that we're creating there's an energetic tie between us, whether it be love or beef or whatever it is that we got going on. So there's absolutely somebody from your past that might be coming back around. You know, that is also a reluctance to face the truth. So if there is some sort of romantic situation that you have going on, and like you've been kind of sweeping some things under the rug, whether that be about your own personal character defects or this other person's character defects, it's also I hate to use the word "you" because people all automatically put up their walls, but this is definitely an expression of not being able to face the truth of the matter. Okay, a little bit of delusion and being stuck in some sort of repetitive cycle. So face those demons that you got, face the truth head on. All right, don't be trying to sweep them red flags underneath the rug, because what you think is just a little problem now is going to turn into a freaking snowball of bull in the future. Okay, so if there's something that's going on inside your relationships, make sure you address it at the time that it's going on. Don't just sweep it under the rug and let it fester, because that's almost like an abscess, right? If you don't clean the wound, you don't lance all the gunk that's underneath it, then it's just going to keep festering and could turn into a blood infection and all that other stuff. The same thing goes for our feelings inside of relationships. So make sure that you are facing the actual truth of a situation and not just sweeping it underneath the rug. And that comes to that's applies to anybody that comes back from the past as well. All right. If there's somebody that you need to apologize to, then apologize to them. If there's somebody that needs to apologize to you and they come to you with an apology, let bygones be bygones. Like accept their apology and move on. It doesn't excuse whatever they've done or whatnot. I'm not justifying anybody that's wronged you, but it clears your energetic pathway to be able to move forward without being tied to that situation. So it does look like there is some unfinished business and a reluctance to face some sort of truth. But all in all, Taurus, reaping your rewards. You're super high on your intuition, but be careful of juggling multiple different projects or being pulled in multiple different directions or saying yes to things that you don't want to say yes to. All right. All right. Well, those are the messages that I have for my Taurus collective for the week of March 17th to the 24th. I love you guys very much. Thank you so much for being a part of the sanctuary and keep a lookout. Like, I have some really exciting things going on behind the scenes that I will be launching here pretty soon. Okay. So, love you. Fruit, beep, beep. Half circle. Wait, what is this? Heart. Not half circles, throwing up gang signs. What the hell? My bad. Love you guys.